All systems go and operational. Payload has been delivered. Good morning. Good morning or evening, I suppose, depending on where you're at. Perhaps it's afternoon. I think that we should have universal daylight. Mm-hmm. We should stop having the day-night cycle. I'm advocating for that. We could, if we stop the Earth from going around the sun, and then move everybody to one side of the Earth. I mean, it would just solve a lot of these issues, like good mornings, good afternoons, not knowing when people are at. It's, you know. Welcome in, welcome in. Is anybody even here? Today's topic is that it's time to get real. Christians, it's time to get real. Solid Snake Kitty, good to see you. Thanks for the heart, me. Hey, Dave Saves. I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, I've got a thing. I've got a thing tonight, so I'm trying to do this early. But no, everyone's asleep still or something. How you doing, Solid Snake? SSK? Maybe it's the music or the background that's keeping people away today. I don't know. That's Sticker Bush Symphony from Donkey Kong Country 2 soundtrack. Artist unknown. No, I think it's probably known. I think I need to be more argumentative when it comes to religion. I'm just bored alive to death talking to a Christian. Well, no, I don't have anybody up here if you want to come come tell us about it. I'm not sure if retelling the story that sounds very boring is the way to go, but
Hey.
how's it going?
So I stumbled across this live, and the background was can you prove God exists? I bet you can't. And like there's another guy up there that he's arguing with a Christian, and like the live was popping. There's like 40, 50 people in there. And the Christian ended up winning this argument because I hate to say it, but he did. And they let me join. And I just like by the time I left, there was like 18 people in there. Because I was like so like soft spoken and just calm and like, I just don't really believe in your religion. And I was like, I want to touch back on something you brought up. It's like I don't really believe that Jesus existed. And like we went on that whole spiel and everything.
That's really detailed. Like that's a certain audience has to want to hear that. I think. I don't know.
I mean, it was mostly Christians that were in that live. Like they were like blazing this guy up. Like, yeah.
Oh yeah, they don't want to hear the evidence that Jesus didn't exist.
And that's what I brought up. I was like, everything written about him came like almost a century after his supposed death. So it's kind of hard to believe. Like I was like, I need to be more argumentative. I just need to come in there and be like, Jesus didn't fucking exist. Like get the live popping. I was like, I can't believe I killed that live. I felt so bad. Like, ugh.
Did you say that? What was the Christian doing that was winning? That was doing so well or whatever.
So the guy asked him if he knew what Abrahamic religions were, and he's like, "What?" Dude, ever since that moment, it is downhill. I'm like, this guy, come on, man. How are you gonna get on the live and not know what Judaism and Islam and all these religions are? Like, it was bad. Yeah, it was really bad.
I hope that I don't ever come off that. That's pretty.
I know. Like, I wanted to join because when that Christian joined, because the background says, "Can you prove God exists?" He got on there and was like, "Can you prove God doesn't exist?" I was like, "That's shifting the burden of proof." I was like, "Someone's gonna bring this shit up." And yeah. Oops, shit. But yeah, it was I don't know. I'm too calm for like debating people.
I think that's good. That's the kind of debates that I kind of want to have, but I have to have this kind of like a little more argumentative style backgrounds because it doesn't get anybody if I don't. So I'm trying to find like a middle ground between like seeming, offensive and like being like sincere, because sincerity just nobody cares. They don't want to even come in. So I don't know what to do.
I know, right? That's who I am. Like, I'm a very kind individual. I'm not someone that's gonna like berate somebody.
Well, I unfortunately have a tendency to berate people, but I need to. I'm working on it. I want to be more like, I want to be the change. I want to see in the world. No, I've thought about this a bunch. Like, which way do I go? Like, is it how do I want to grow this channel, but I also want to do it authentically and I want to do better for society than I do worse. I don't want to like spread hatred or anger.
Yeah, I feel like being argumentative as atheists just kind of makes us seem bitter, So like, I'm just not really that type of way. So,
Dave, do you want to stay up? There's a guest in the box. Do you want to stay up and talk to them, or do you want to drop?
That's up to you.
I don't mind. I don't mind if you want to hang out.
Okay. Yeah, sure. I'll stay up for a little bit.
Okay. Oh, you're kind of muffled, by the way. I'm not sure behind the thing in your profile picture. Maybe you've got your mask up. Hey, how's it going, Siraj?
That's why you changed. That's why you transitioned.
Are you what's your age and religion?
Looking in life, You don't have nothing to gain. You're just mental.
Yeah, so I think they must have not intended to come up. Hey, hey, Leslie.
Your first guest always seems to be that kind of person.
Yeah,
I swear,
definitely. Yeah.
every time.
How do I find? One moment. There you go, Siraj. You're gone. Why would I bring you back in? I don't know why they stick around. Like, what they need to do is they need to like get their slurs out, report the live, and leave. But they stick around and try to like come back and do it again. That gives me a chance to block them. The trolls are just not very smart. They're not thinking hard enough about this. Am I freely choosing to change my voice? No, actually, I'm a hard determinist, so I don't know that I am freely choosing it. I think it's something that was always determined to happen.
Nice. I like that answer.
Yeah, that actually makes me feel more solid about it. Yeah, I love that people that like have no real justification for their own positions, the way that they kind of like justify it to themselves is by tearing other people down to try to make them feel like, well, you don't know either. Like, you don't know why you are this way. You don't have an answer. It's like, I have thought about this.
Right? Yeah.
Hey, John Brown was right over in the YouTube chat. Your obsession with Christians is worrying. I'm not sure I understand. Are all Christian? You're blocked. I don't know what this means, but you're blocked. Yeah. That's transphobia. Everyone, like, there's tons of Christian debate lives. I don't have any idea what this has to do with what you're saying. Hey, Andrea.
I mean, the
Free
Bible's
Palestine,
like
100%.
pro-predator.
Sorry, Dave, what's
mean?
that?
I said the Bible's pro-predator. It is.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, definitely.
when a man rapes a woman in the Bible, he's forced to marry her. Like, that's not punishing the rapist. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All the laws treat women as property. All the just way that they talk about women is as property.
Yeah, exactly.
Not to mention, like, I was just thinking about this morning about that slaves obey your masters, even the cruel ones. It's like, how does anyone expect it to get free under this system? What? It's so crazy. They just basically then they go on to say like, well, you're already free in Christ. It's like, this is insane, Cope. This is insane, Cope.
Yeah. Oh, the justifications. Yeah, whenever I see a woman who's a Christian, I'm just like, why? It has to be indoctrination, because there's no way you read that book and you're like, this is pro-woman. Because it's not.
I've invited a friend from the chat. They seem to have some, some things to say to me, I guess.
Cannibalism.
I guess they moved on. I don't see them around. Let's see if they're in the little... Oh, they're still here. I still see them in the live viewers. Hey, left-handed warrior? Is that what you use to jerk off with? What do you do there? Is that how you give yourself a stranger? Come on up. Let's talk about your fucking bullshit.
That was wild.
Huh?
That was so funny.
I invited you. You should have gotten a little invite, but you must have declined it because you're a coward. Really? With one hand? We're not going to have a discussion with you in the comments. You can either talk to me or you can just leave. What? Oh, I understand. You're not old enough to come up. That's the problem. That explains a lot about this. Okay, my mistake. Carry on. Just no slurs. Come on. Whoa, life goal completed. Thank you. Wow, hit that fast. Thank you so much.
How'd you come up with your username? I'm curious about that.
Oh yeah, so this shark in the background, right? It's this it's called the Blowhigh. It's from IKEA, and it's like the stuffed animal. And
Oh, it's an actual stuffed animal.
yeah. It's like
You just started
it's
moving it. It's like, oh. Good.
yeah, it's from a picture I took of the shark with my headphones. So like the stuffed animal is kind of like this trans icon thing that mostly trans women I think have, and so like I saw it and I was like, well, it's kind of cream colored and kind of like gray, but pink and blue are the colors for trans the trans flag. That's like you can see it behind you in the little profile pic.
Yeah.
And so yeah, it's like the shark is trans shark. It's just I don't know. I like sharks, and I thought it would be. It's a little long. It's really hard to get people maybe to remember the order. I'm not sure if the order is hard to remember or anything.
Oh no, no. I didn't even know your name was Sarah until you started hosting lives. I was like, oh okay.
Oh yeah. I wasn't sure for a while, like how I wanted to go about it. Was I gonna, have an alter ego? I had like what would you call it? Like I have some YouTube videos where I used to use like a dummy thing, a VR VChat thing, and like a voice mod thing, but I don't know. Haven't done that in a while. Hey, Giraffe. Giraffe's reached member level 10. Thank you, the shark. What do you mean it's time to get real? I mean, so do you see the background? Got some examples of things that I don't think are real. I don't think God is up in the sky. I don't think people walk on water, and I don't think that there are demons. I don't know if on the live you can see the demon in the corner. And God's doing a little magic spell. I don't think magic exists. So it's just time to like let go of what would you call it? Like childish things, and embrace being real, being in reality. Need to manage my gift goal. It always puts in that like it's my first goal, and it's like it's not my first goal. I don't want to be a liar. Why did you add this automatically? I'm just gonna write hello. Oh, are you muted, Dave? Did you mean to be muted?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Oh
Yeah,
no, you're good. I just wasn't sure.
I was saying I was gonna gift you on the stuff.
Hey, Gilberto, how you doing? Are you over 18? And what's your religion?
Yeah, I'm 20 and I'm a Christian.
Cool. Do you think it's time to get real, or do you think you're real enough?
I think I'm real enough. I think I've been saved. That's why I'm here trying to educate you.
Okay. So let's talk about that. What does that mean that you've been saved?
I've been saved by the grace of God. I have accepted Him as my Lord and Savior.
Okay, but like saved from what?
What you mean saved from what? From sin.
Okay, what does that mean?
What you mean? What does that mean? I think it's pretty obvious. I know what you. I know that you know what sin is.
Actually, I'm not entirely sure. It seems to be a little bit different for everyone.
Yeah.
Hey, Sucker Pussy. Good to see you. So, I mean, I guess we could call it missing the mark, not doing what God wants.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right. So you've been saved from not doing you've been saved from doing the things that God doesn't want you to do. Why should anyone want that?
Nope. Nope.
Okay, so then what have you been
I,
saved from?
I've been saved. Yeah, from sin, bro.
Okay, but
You
if
don't
sin,
you don't
if you
you don't
define
get you
sin
don't
as
get to.
missing the mark of what God wants, and I don't care what God wants, why should I care about being saved? I don't understand what you're talking about.
Yeah, you're not getting it, but I'll try to explain it.
Okay,
You,
please.
you don't get saved by the works you do. Let's say from this moment on, I don't make a whole other sin. I'm still not saved.
From what? Saved from what? You still haven't answered this.
I already told you.
Oh, you said sin, and I asked you what is sin, and you said everyone knows what that is, and so I tried to define it, and then you said yes, and then I said okay, so I don't feel like that matters, and then you said you don't understand. So please, can you make me understand? What are you being saved from?
I already told you I'm being saved from the sin I committed. Because okay.
Why
It's
is that
'cause
important? Let me put it this way. Why is that important?
Wait, what you mean? Why is that important?
Holy shit! Do you have any idea what you believe? Just explain what you
You got-
believe. What's going on here?
I already told you, man.
Did you? You've been here like 2 minutes.
I did. You just don't want to listen.
Dave, am I out of my mind? What's going on here?
No, I don't understand what he's saying either. What do you mean you're saved from sin? What does that mean?
Well, yeah. You know.
Do you want help? I can bring in a phone a
No.
friend if you want. There's someone in the box that would like to help you.
Help.
Do you feel like you're handling it,
Yeah,
or like,
bring him.
do you want to bring in a
I
phone
can,
a friend?
I can handle it, but you're not
What?
listening, man. You're trying to.
What
You're
is
asking
sin?
like you're okay. You're asking like you don't know what sin is.
I'm asking you
Asking
direct
you what it
questions
is.
about what you believe because I want to understand what you believe.
I
I have
told
my
you, I
own
believe in
definition of
Jesus.
sin. I don't believe sin
believe that
exists. I don't believe sin exists. I don't think it makes any sense. And everyone has a different idea of what it means. And I don't know why you'd want to be saved from it. So I want to know what you think about it instead of me telling you what I think about it. Does that make sense?
No, it does make sense. And you first asked me, what do you believe in? And I already told you, I believe that Jesus died for our sins. And then
Well,
you
that's
asked me,
not what
do you
that's you never said that. You haven't even said that yet. You've never said that.
That's the first thing I told you when I got here.
Dave,
You
is that
asked me, how
what
old
is that
are you?
what Gilberto
No,
said?
that's not what you said. That's not what you said. You said you were Christian.
And you
That's what
asked
you
me,
said.
what do you believe in? And I told you, I believe that Jesus Christ died for our sins.
But what does that mean? That's what we're asking you.
What you mean? What does that mean? It's right there. I told you, he died for our sins.
What is sin? That's what we're asking you.
Okay, do you know the 10 Commandments?
So that's what a sin is. You know, not anything that's not the 10 Commandments, or just the 10 Commandments.
No, not just the 10 Commandments. You're asking me for a specific. I could go on forever if you want to know all the
So
sins.
is it breaking God's law?
Yeah.
Okay. Why couldn't you say that? Did you know that before I said it?
Bro, I told you it's the 10 Commandments. And then you were like,
When
is it
somebody
breaking
says
God's
what
law?
is sin and you say it is the 10 Commandments, that's incomprehensible. Like,
Well, you want me to read you the 10
I
Commandments?
want you to know how to have a conversation. I don't get this. Every morning I have to. Anyway, go on. Let's not. I don't want to call out my illicit activities. Listen, Gilberto, it's really simple.
Yeah.
I'm asking you clarifying questions because I want to know exactly what you believe. And if you say things like, "Oh, come on," or "You have to already know," that doesn't progress the conversation. It doesn't mean anything. Like,
You're
why
right,
are you
you're
doing
right.
that?
You're right.
Okay,
All right,
so look, when you say you're saved because Jesus Christ died for your sins, I take it to mean that means because you have offended God in some way, you needed Jesus to die for you, and you're saved. But I still don't know what you're saved from. Like, why did he have to die? Why is God offended? All of these things like don't mean anything to me, right? They legitimately don't. None of this stuff. Everyone that's in the box saying, "Can I join?" No. Like, I don't know why you're all yelling in the box. You'll just get muted. Like, I'm not new at this. I'll bring you up when I want to. Okay, so Gilberto, like really simply, What do you say from? Why do I need Christianity? Why is it more real? Why is it better than what I believe?
What do you believe in?
I don't believe that God exists.
All right. So what do you worship then?
I do not worship anything.
Now, you gotta worship something.
Why is
Science,
that?
evolution.
Why do you believe
Because
that?
it does. Do you worship yourself? Let's say right now, what's the thing that you love most?
That's not what worship is.
It is.
Why do you think that?
Because the thing I love most right now is Jesus.
That doesn't answer the question.
Okay.
Why do you
so
think
just
that
tell me.
worship means to love something? That doesn't make sense.
It can't. I don't know how to explain it to you, but you just tell me. What do you love most?
I don't. So worship, the feeling or expression of reverence and adoration for a deity, or to show reverence and adoration for supposedly, it says parentheses for a deity, so it could be for anything. Reverence and adoration, honor with religious rites. So reverence and adoration. So I think that's maybe what you're referring to with like love most. I don't do that though. I don't really show reverence and adoration for anything.
So you don't love yourself? You don't love family member?
Not to that degree. I don't know what that would mean.
All
Like,
right.
I'm not
So
building statues for me. I don't know what that means. I
you don't
guess
have to build statues.
I guess you could say like I have this YouTube account which is kind of like an alter ego. I guess it could be like an idol or something, but I don't worship
That's
it. I don't really
okay.
care about it that much. It's mostly just like a vehicle for doing stuff. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think I worship anything. I can't think of any way that would apply to me.
Okay. So you have no idols?
I don't think so. Why would I worship anything?
So
I don't believe
you
in a
could
spiritual world. I don't believe in any like anything outside of people. And people suck. I mean, I don't think that we're inherently evil, but like no one's worthy of worship. That's crazy.
Okay. I have a question. I just want to ask you why don't you believe in it?
Like a ton of reasons. Primarily, it's because I think it takes people away from reality, right? It makes people unable to really engage with the world because they see it through a lens of something that's not there. They see it through a lens of like a spiritual world and like an eternal like time frame and like these rules that you have to follow and kind of in this way that you have to live that I don't think is actually useful. I don't think it actually helps anyone. And its goal isn't to help anyone. Its goal is to, revere the deity. Like it has no goal that's actually altruistic.
Okay, so let's say that you said that you don't believe in nothing spiritual. So if there was physical evidence, would you at least give it a try or try to learn about it instead of just shrugging it off?
That sort of depends on what you mean by if there was physical evidence. If you mean physical evidence of something spiritual, I think that might be difficult because it would be like, well, spiritual is supernatural. And if we have physical evidence, that's probably natural, which means it probably has a natural explanation, which would mean it's not supernatural. So it does kind of like end up being self-defeating in that sense. But it also is that I've never seen anything close to the idea of a miracle or anything like that I would expect to see that is supernatural or spiritual. I just never seen anything like it. I've seen a lot of like basically people convincing themselves of things in their mind.
Okay, so if I told you there was corrosion on the top of the mountains, what would be your logical reason for that?
I'm unsure what that means. What mountains?
Corrosion
All
is when-
mountains? What corrosion? What does it mean to corrode a mountain?
When there was water on top of the mountains, when they were completely submerged.
You think that there was a worldwide flood and that it covered all the mountains and now they have like evidence of the water being up there?
Yeah, well, let's talk about Noah's Ark. They found it.
Who
What
found
else?
it?
Bro, it's been found.
You're going to
I
need
could
to be
pull it up.
real specific if you're trying to bring me actual evidence. You understand that, right? Before we were talking about philosophical belief. Now you're talking about things that you're claiming are real in reality. So you're going to need to tell me who did it, when they did it, where's the evidence? Is there like, do I have pictures? Do I have like paper, peer-reviewed stuff? Has there been like a dig site? These are the things that you should be wondering about when somebody says that a miraculous thing has happened. You shouldn't take it at face value. If your answer is bro, look it up, or bro, you just give it a research. I'm sorry. Because I can tell you actually what the claim is you're making. Tristan, I don't know why I would bring you up. I don't understand. I like to talk to one Christian guest at a time. It just feels less like chaotic. Yeah, so Gilberto, who found the Noah's Ark? When did that happen?
You can look it up. I heard you typing like 5 minutes ago.
Did you hear what I said about how I'm not going to look it up because this is your claim and I already know the answer?
All right, then enlighten me.
Yeah, so you're probably referring to Ron Wyatt's fraudulent claim that he found Noah's Ark. It's not wooden. It's not petrified wood or anything. It's some rock formation that looks vaguely like a boat. If you do like 2 minutes of looking into this, you would find all this information very quickly.
Well, yeah, if you don't believe, you're gonna believe the first person that said it's fake.
I'm giving up belief at
that it's real.
the evidence being very fraudulent. Hold on. So do you believe that it's actually real, but everyone is just covering it up somehow? That they're claiming it's fraudulent and all their evidence that it is fraudulent, and the lack of evidence that Ron Wyatt has, the lack that he has, it's just coincidental or something, or it's some kind of a conspiracy. Like, how does this work in your world that this is actually real, but nobody figured it out? You figured it out, but other people have not figured it out.
You're asking me the same question. Like, I could ask you the same thing.
Go for
how
it.
How can your claims be that it's fraudulent? Have you gone over there?
What? No. The claim is that the boat exists, okay? I don't need to see something in person for me to know that evidence has been or has not been provided, okay? If your standard for evidence is that you have to see it in person, God does not exist. There's no fucking physical evidence that God is anywhere. So this argument
There's
that you need to
multiple
go somewhere
evidence.
to see the evidence falls flat on its face.
There's a lot of evidence. I told you. You just don't want to believe it. They found Noah's Ark. They found the rock that Moses split to get water from. They found the city of what's it called? The city of Samora.
So do you just believe anything that anyone tells you?
It's in the Bible, bro.
I mean, yes, those events are in the Bible, but they have not found those things. You just believe that they have because you're very gullible.
They have. They have found them.
Okay.
Okay.
Provide
the Bible
evidence.
Is the claim. Bible's the claim. You need to give the evidence for that claim. So, like, when you say they found Noah's Ark, you need to give us a peer-reviewed study that shows that Noah's Ark was found. For instance, same with the rock that you're talking about. We need proof of this. We can't just say they found it and then we believe you. This isn't a trust me bro thing. Like, we would like to know the sources in which you're saying that says this. You know what I mean?
Hey, Ken. I saw you coming in, walking through the door. Yeah, Gilberto, to be clear, it's not like, no, I don't want to believe you. It's more of like, well, when somebody makes like a claim of something that's like really high, what is the phrase? Like something that's has a miraculous claim needs a miraculous evidence, something like that. But it's it's not quite right. But
Something like that.
I wouldn't expect a miracle of evidence, but so I know that's not that. But it's like when your claim is basically impossible, then you need to provide like something that's really convincing. And your claim of just saying they found Noah's Ark, not convincing. There's no evidence of who they is. I had to tell you the name, and you don't even know where it's happening.
I already told you where on which mountain they found it. You just don't want to listen or try to look it up.
Why should I do your research? You have not provided what I should look up. You just said a thing. This is the problem where like you don't really understand how to do research. That's why you're telling me to do it, because you don't understand. I don't think you know what you do to do research.
May I try?
Hey, Zipsop.
May I try?
Oh, yeah.
May I try to get the guest? Okay.
Sorry about that.
What was the name of the mountain? What was the name of the mountain where they found the Ark? Gilberto. Oh, you don't have to leave, Dave. I'm not going to be up long.
Oh, see it. Oh, you don't have to drop. I know I don't want to have a huge panel, but yeah, I don't mind. You're not really saying anything even.
I'm gonna type it down because I don't know how to pronounce this one.
Gilberto. Spell it.
Mountains of
I already
Ararat.
put it on
Okay,
the-
he's put it in the chat. I
Mount
see.
Ararat. Okay, so that was not true. It has been proven to be false. What's the evidence to show that it is Noah's Ark and that it's not what we know it to be? Why do you have to keep searching? You're the one that's claiming this thing is true. You should already know these things.
Yeah, there's the Duripanar Formation, a boat-shaped geological anomaly about 15 miles from Mount Ararat's summit, popularized by Ron White in the 1980s as Noah's Ark, featuring radar scans showing subsurface anomalies. Dormant volcano in, Mount Ararat is a dormant volcano in Turkey where the Ark is traditionally believed to have landed, though the Bible refers to the mountains of Ararat, a broader region. Arguments for and against. 4 says it's shaped like a ship. It has the biblical dimensions. Radar scans show things. There's presence of marine deposits and tunnels, voids suggesting man-made features. None of that seems very, very, very convincing to me.
Reliable, you say? You just read it.
It's a
and denied it.
natural. The against says it's a natural geological formation. Limonite, similar structures exist nearby. Volcanic activity would destroy wood, lack of credible archaeological evidence, and inconsistent dating of claimed wood samples.
Yeah, not to mention that literally all of the sediment around it contains comparable mineral levels. Right. And to that too, like they've literally gone around with like metal detectors to see like if it was consistent with something that was built, right? Like nails in a ship, which they would have needed at that time, and they weren't consistent.
So you're telling me that just appear exactly where
Not
it was
a
gonna
ship;
appear?
it's a natural geological formation,
Okay,
and it's not exactly where the Bible says.
It said landed on that mountain. They found it on that mountain. It's exactly the same measurements that the
Where is Mount Ararat?
It's in Turkey.
It's in Turkey. Okay, is modern day Turkey, is that Mesopotamia?
Get a map. I want to see what the mountain looks like from the map. How deep does the conspiracy go? Let me find.
Not to mention, there's no wood found to be in the area.
Exactly, and they found it.
Sir, is
They found
modern
carbon.
day Turkey is modern day Turkey in Mesopotamia?
You said what?
Is modern day Turkey in Mesopotamia?
Mesopotamia. What is that?
Yes. Mesopotamia. Google it. You've been Googling everything else.
Okay. Mount Ararat. Let's see here. That's neat. Snowy. So where's the ark? I don't see it marked. I wonder if there is like a biblical. I believe you can use Google Map API to build out. That would be really cool. And you could do like a little tour. We could do like a if I were a Christian still, I'd make some pretty awesome things. But like imagine I wonder if they have very good 3D views of the areas. You could like do a walking tour of where Jesus supposedly went or something. I think everyone has left the app or something. I don't know what's going on. Are you both looking up where Mount Ararat is? I don't have any idea. I'm an idiot. So don't ask me these questions. I just know that when I looked into this particular news story, the evidence was not very convincing to me. And we just did it again, and it was the same evidence that I've heard before. It was not convincing. And just like every other time, I've had to walk somebody to giving me the actual evidence that I already know they're trying to give me. It's
So
like they don't know what they
as
believe.
Andrea in the chat, has said, it's not in Mesopotamia. It's a part of Armenia,
You see,
or what was ancient Armenia.
Look, it says it here in the Bible.
I don't care what it fucking says in the Bible. What
Well, I wasn't talking
information
to you.
outside?
Right.
I'm sorry.
I
What
wasn't
information
I wasn't
outside?
talking to you.
I don't care who you were talking to. I'm
Okay,
bro,
up
I
here
wasn't
for a
talking to
reason.
you.
So, Gilberto, it says something in the Bible and something else happens in reality. What do you think that means?
Wait, what?
If it says something in the Bible, but something else is found to be true in reality, what do you think that means?
Explain it to me.
It means the Bible is wrong. Reality wins.
The Bible's reality. Tell me what do you think that reality wins?
What?
Well, what's wrong with the Bible? What's wrong with the Bible?
It says that a flood happened and it didn't. The thing that we're discussing, remember?
Yeah, there's nothing.
What's happening?
There's nothing to substantiate a global flood, even to cover the top of this mountain, which is the highest mountain in Turkey, right? It's like 7,700 feet, right? It would take multitudes amount of more water than what we have on this entire planet, right? And if you want to use the biblical narrative, which covered the entire earth to the tops of the highest mountains,
I could fix the problem with the water.
I'm still
It
speaking.
says
Please
it
don't-
says it at the
please don't
beginning of
talk
the
over me.
Bible.
I'm sorry, sir. Please don't talk over me.
And you're
Right,
talking
so
over me the
if-
whole time, dude.
I don't really care, sir. So if you're talking about covering the entire earth to the tops of the highest mountain, which is Mount Everest at 28,000 plus feet above sea level, you would need exponentially more water than what we have on the entire planet.
All right, you
Right,
ready
this
for me
is-
to explain where the water came
Sir,
from?
there's nothing that you could say that would explain this away, right?
There is.
How
It's literally on
let me
the
let me
first.
ask you, sir.
It's
You want to
literally on
talk
the
about the
first page of
I'm sorry. You want to
Genesis.
talk about the reliability of the Bible. Let's talk about the reliability of the Bible. Okay. So, first of all, what would, other than this nonsense that you're bringing up, what would evidence of a global flood look like, right? Because the global flood, right? First of all, let's get to this point. When do you think this flood would have happened?
You answered yourself. You said a global
When
flood.
do
Where
you
would it
think?
happen?
When do
On
you
Mars.
think this flood?
It happened
when
on
do you
Mars,
think,
bro.
When this
happened
flood
on the
would have
moon.
happened? When do you think this flood would have happened?
You want exact dates? I don't know.
When do you think this flood would have happened? Yeah, the Bible tells you. Sir, have you even read the Bible?
I have it right in front of me.
Okay, so when did the global flood happen, per the narrative of the Bible? When did it happen? Go look it up. Sir, you should know this information better than I do because I've never even been religious or Christian for that matter. And I know this stuff better than you. It's shameful.
By the way, Andrea gave us a nice source of an actual paper about the. Oh, this isn't. I was looking into something else. Somebody else in the chat about a fucking UFO.
Common
you all kinds of
geologic
things.
structure. Is this peer reviewed?
And
And backed by
I
evidence?
don't know. It's from. It's an. It's on the EDU website. let me find out where it came from.
Well, let us keep our standards for requirements, right?
Bogus. Let me see what this is.
Because I mean, if we're talking to him and
It was
asking
published
him
in
for
Journal of
peer review-
Geosciences Education. Has been reproduced here by permission. Let me find.
That's when it happened.
I'm sorry, sir. When did the flood happen?
It said in the 600 year of Noah's life.
So yeah, in the 600th year of Noah, which would have been like 1500 years after creation, and so that would have put Noah's birth at about 3000 BCE. So that would have put the flood narrative between 22 and 2300 years before BCE, right? So that would have been about 4200 to 4300 years ago. So what would the evidence of that look like? Something like that happening 4200 to 4300 years ago.
Okay, how about the oldest tree?
I'm sorry, what would the evidence of a global flood 4200 to 4300 years ago?
I already told you. How about the oldest street that we have?
Why
It's
are you
around-
asking me
it's
questions
it's
to
around
answer a
42
question?
to
Sir,
4300
why are
years
you
old.
asking me a question to answer? What would the
I'm
evidence
not
of
asking,
a
I'm not
global
asking you a
flood
question. I'm
happening
telling you.
4200
You're
to
asking me for
4300
evidence, and I'm telling you
years
there's a
ago?
tree that's
Yes, I
42
asked
to
you what the
43,000
evidence
years
would
old.
look like. What the evidence would
That's
look like.
the
There's
oldest street that
a
exists.
tree? No,
Yes.
there's trees that are over 8,000 years old.
No, they're not.
Yes, there are. Prove me wrong. Go fucking Google it.
Yeah, so it appeared in the Science and it's peer reviewed in the journal. And it's peer reviewed. So
Fantastic.
it says a natural rock structure near Dugubuyazat, Turkey, has been identified as Noah's Ark. Microscopic studies of a supposed iron bracket show that it's derived from weathered volcanic minerals. Supposed metal braced walls are natural concentrations of limonite and magnetite and steeply inclined sedimentary layers in the limbs of a doubly plunging syncline. This is a lot of words I've not ever seen. Supposed fossilized gopher wood bark is
At least
crinkled.
not in the same sentence together, huh?
Supposed fossilized gopher wood bark is crinkled, metamorphosed periodite. Fossiliferous limestone, interpreted as cross-cutting the syncline, preclude the structure from being Noah's Ark because these supposed quote-unquote flood deposits are younger than the quote-unquote Ark. Anchor stones at Kazan, Arzap, are derived from local and not from Mesopotamia. Let's see. Yeah.
So, sir, did you search that there were trees over 8,000 years old?
Oh, I haven't.
I'm telling
Are we
you
on a
that.
new claim about trees now?
Yeah. He said the oldest tree on Earth is about 4,200 to 4,300 years old. And I told him that there were trees over 8,000 years old. So did you search that? Because you did go away.
I didn't go away. I know how to be quiet when they're talking, bro.
Yeah, so I guess in Methuselah, Great Basin, bristlecone pine in California's White Mountains, 4,800 years old. Its exact location is a secret.
Yeah, because they don't want to unalive it.
Mm-hmm. That's so they say.
They don't want to
where's
hold
your
on,
8,000
or
tree?
Gilberto, be quiet.
zips
Where's your
up,
8,000
or
year
it's
old
because
tree
it
then?
holds all the secrets. You ever think of that?
Oh, it's the tree of life.
There's an
Gilberto.
ancient tree, might be older, 5,400 based on new modeling. Other contenders include Iran's Sarve arburka, 4,000 plus years, and clonal organisms like Tasmania's King's Holly, 43,000 years?
Yes. It's a series, it's a group of
Wow.
plants that have perpetuated from a single source for that long.
It bears flowers yet produces neither fruit nor seeds. The King's Holly propagates by dropping a branch and letting the fallen branch take root and grow into a new plant. Unsurprisingly, all existing members of Limata tasmanica, numbering just 300 plants, are found within a narrow corridor of land just over 1 kilometer in length. Because the reproduction is vegetative, all the plants in this colony are genetically identical, making the entire grove a clone. The plant has been cloning itself for at least 43,600 years, possibly up to 135,000 years. This makes Lomatia
Yeah, and
tasmanica one of the oldest living plant clones.
also there are clonal colonies like Utah's Panhandle that are potentially up to 80,000 years.
Wow.
There are in Sweden's Old Tajiko, which is over 9,500 years, which regenerate from ancient root systems, while there are individual non-clonal trees like California's Methuselah are also thousands of years old. I think Methuselah is over 4,800 years old. That's the one that can't be found.
Yeah.
because
40.
they
It said
keep it- they keep it-
4850. Yeah, it's in a secret witness protection for trees.
For sure. So again, sir, I still ask, what would the evidence of a global flood look like? Let me ask you something. Do you think like everybody but 8 people died in this global flood?
Yeah. Wait.
Okay. That's problematic in and of itself. And to that too, like all of the animals and all of the plant life would have unalived, except for what was on the ark, which 4,200 to 4,300 years isn't really enough to propagate the life that we have on this planet. Not to mention, like humans, there weren't even white people for like 300,000 years that people existed, and no one in his family would have been from Mesopotamia. Right, so they would have been dark complected, and also if dark complected were the only ones that existed after the flood, right, 4,200 to 4,300 years ago, it would have taken and they would have landed around in the same area that they sailed off from, right? It would have taken, because of the fact that they would have landed in a place that would have allowed them to maintain their dark complexion because it protects them from the sun. Right, they wouldn't have been able to move out fast enough. Right, we would have still not had white people for at least thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of years. Not to mention, there wouldn't have been enough. There wouldn't have been enough diversity in animal and plant life for there to be the diversity that we have today. And we can look at one civilization alone, because this would have also meant a hard reset for civilizations in general. And we can look at one civilization alone to show that that didn't happen. Like the Chinese literally have a calendar that's dated 4723, right? Which would have been established hundreds of years before the narrative of the global flood. So that could not have happened. Right, we see many civilizations throughout the world that have not had any gaps in their recordings for thousands of years.
Wait, my bad. I wasn't listening to you. Can you say that again?
Of course, you weren't listening to me, sir. We're only having an honest and serious conversation, sir. So where did you lose me?
Oh, about the other people not having gaps in their things.
Yeah, so again, we look at the Chinese, they didn't have gaps in their culture. They literally have a calendar that's dated 4723, right? Which would have been established hundreds of years before the of the global flood. Not to mention, we have several civilizations around the entire planet, right, that never had any kind of gap in their recording for thousands of years, from before and after the telling of the global flood narrative.
Okay, so you
So
said
it's
the
impossible.
Chinese how old is the Chinese calendar?
I'm sorry.
How
The
old
date
is
on the Chinese calendar is in the year 4723.
All right, then you're not making a good point, because the flood was around.
No, I'm making
the flood was around that time too.
No, it wasn't. The
Okay, it
Chinese
was.
calendar was established hundreds of years before the global flood.
But you said from right now, the calendar from the Chinese people is 4700.
4723, yes. The global flood narrative was established to be around 200 to 4,300 years ago. That's hundreds of years before the global flood that the Chinese calendar was established. And if their civilization was wiped off the face of the earth, their calendar would have gone with them. Do you agree or disagree? Oh, he had to go search it up. Yes, go find something to suit your narrative.
While our guest is doing some preliminary research, go ahead and tap the screen, share the live, share to your friends. It's your heart away and drink heavily. I don't know. I just talk. Sometimes you ever just talk, you don't know what you're saying. And sometimes it's good and sometimes it's that. Oatmeal's good.
We'll get some more in here.
It has been about a half an hour. So if there's anyone else that would like to come up to discuss getting real, we don't have to discuss the Noah's Ark and the flood and all this stuff. But that's just the topic right now. But the topic today is that it's time to get real. That includes, let go of childish things, put them away. It's time to stop thinking about demons and spiritual stuff. That stuff doesn't make sense. It's not real. It's very clearly not real.
I mean, that is, but you don't believe in it.
Prove
Gilberto's. Welcome back, Gilberto.
I wasn't. I was letting you talk.
Go on.
Sure.
I said, I wasn't gone. I was letting him talk and letting you talk.
We're talking about the Chinese calendar. What did you find out about it?
I didn't find shit. They're at 2024.
Sir, just because
2026.
overwhelmingly, sir, people Gregorian calendar, who cares about that? That's not what we're talking about. What here?
Hi,
help.
Ectheus
What year is the Chinese calendar?
Chinese calendar year is a
Chinese
solar
calendar
cycle.
year 4723, also known as the year of the wood snake.
4723. All right.
4723. That's exactly what I just said.
And the flood happened what, like 43? You said 43,000 years ago.
It would have been before. No, not 1,000. It would have been between
100.
4,200 and 4,300 years ago. The exact date would be unknown. The year is believed to be, I think it's like 2238 or 58 or something BCE.
You see, it's unknown. How are you gonna tell me the Chinese calendar
This is
survived all
per-
this time?
That's what I'm telling you, sir. It's problematic to say that literally all human life minus 8 people unalived on this planet, because that not only would it be the people, it would be their civilizations, their cultures, their calendars, everything. Yes, that's exactly my question. How could something like this have survived if this thing actually happened? You have to think about this critically.
I am, bro.
You're not.
I am.
Tell me how something like this survived.
Okay, cause it. My Bible. Let me read it to you.
Sir,
Yeah.
tell me how something like this would have survived
By the grace
if
of God.
literally the entire culture was wiped off of the face of the earth. Sir, that is the most ignorant and disingenuous answer on the fucking planet.
Okay, so
You're
it says,
being
and Noah was
dishonest,
600
sir.
years old when the flood of
You
water was
are
upon
being
the earth.
dishonest. I know
Noah
when
went
the
in-
flood, sir, I know when the flood narrative happened.
All right.
Sir, I've been telling you this is around 2348 BC. Sorry, 2300 to 2400 years ago. That still doesn't negate the fact that the Chinese calendar was established hundreds of years prior to those and would not be a thing if their entire population and culture was wiped off the face of the earth. Do you see the
2348
issue
to
with this?
Oh yeah, I understand. Yeah, it's real clear. The flood's supposed to have taken place between 2348 to 2350 BC, and we have a calendar dating back to 2697 BCE. Is that correct? Is that the claim?
Mhm. Yes, that's correct. Yes.
Yeah, that's super
Well,
easy
no,
to
it's not a
understand. It totally
claim.
debunks
The claim
it.
is the flood. Yes, the claim is the flood.
I mean, is
yes,
that the
but
argument?
the-
Sorry.
the Chinese calendar is not an argument. We know when the Chinese calendar was established. It's literally in the year 4723.
I just was
All right,
catching up, and I was just surprised, but that this is taking so long because it took me 2 seconds to understand the argument and then look it up, and it's done.
Yeah,
No, I
don't
understand it.
understand.
He's
No,
saying
I
that there's
don't
missing
understand,
500
sir.
years.
Zip, I'm not
What I
talking to
meant
you.
to
I'm
know,
talking to
I- no.
Gilberto. I didn't know
No,
your
I know,
argument.
I know. There's no time missing, sir. What I'm saying is the fact of the matter that there is no time missing is the problem, right? Because this calendar, the Chinese calendar, was established hundreds of years before the flood narrative.
Okay, but you're
And
having
if
faith.
if
You're having
if
faith that the
flood-
calendar was
no,
correctly.
sir, absolutely not.
You are
If-
having faith.
Sir, I have not had any faith my entire life.
You're having
Sir,
faith
I
that
am
somebody
Sir,
kept count
I am
from the
telling you,
calendar.
I am telling, sir, the Chinese have used this fucking calendar for 4,723 years.
All right, then you're trusting the Chinese that had the could
Sir,
count.
I don't have to trust the Chinese. We can look back in their history,
All right,
in
okay,
their
exactly. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
documentation, sir.
We can look up
in
the
their
history of the
Gilberto,
Bible,
Gilberto.
and you're
Sir,
denying
I
it.
don't think you
You're
fucking
not-
get it, dude.
You're not thinking about this enough. It would have to be a huge conspiracy to make this happen to the point that I can look this up on Wikipedia within 2 seconds. You know, it would have to be such a big conspiracy that you have somehow figured out, and your answer is magic. Or, in reality, the Bible is wrong. There was not a global flood. It may have been a local flood. It may have been a large flood that many people actually recorded, but it doesn't mean it's global, and it doesn't mean that it did what it said. You trust Wikipedia, Kivashed. That's amazing. That's amazing. That's exactly what I'm talking about. I don't trust Wikipedia exactly in that sense of like, I don't know what that means by you trust Wikipedia.
I don't think they're referring. I
I'm
don't think
just
they're
saying-
referring to you. Kibosh is friendly.
I just said that I I looked this up on Wikipedia. I don't know. I can go through into the sources and see
Oh, they did.
if it's
They
a
probably
giant
did mean that
conspiracy
to you
that
'cause
this
you did
that
say
that
yeah.
people have been doing. I will become a Christian if you can prove to me that all the stuff that I'm looking into right now is just wrong. It seems really unlikely to me, but you know, you all believe in magic, so that's the problem. Nothing's unlikely to
Yeah,
you.
that's he literally just said he believes in magic because he said by God's grace.
Exactly.
This thing is still somehow in operation.
Well,
Even though the whole civilization was wiped off the planet.
I'm trying to because your other argument was where did the water come from? I was trying to tell you, but
So
every
we're
time I
well
read
beyond
you
we're
verse of the
well
Bible-
beyond that. We're well beyond that.
yeah, because you don't want to.
We're well beyond that because that's completely impossible. Right now, what we're talking about is the cultures and civilizations that exist.
because you're trying to understand God, like if He's
No,
like
I don't,
us.
sir. Nothing to understand about something that doesn't exist.
You might not believe in
So
Him.
what we're talking right now is the flood narrative and how if all of these people were wiped off of the face of the planet, these things would not still exist.
That is man. You're okay.
No, I don't.
It's
think
like argue with a
sir.
wall, bro. I could
Yes,
see like
that's
The
exactly
irony-
how I feel. You're
the
totally
irony.
right.
Y'all just project
You're
constantly,
totally
don't
right.
you? You never internally look at how you feel or what's happening, and you just say like, "I believe it's you. You're the problem."
Yeah, you're projecting your emotional state onto me, sir, or your ignorance, or whatever the case may be.
I'm not.
I'm the
emotional.
one that I'm the one that has the problem. I said emotional state or ignorance, whichever one it happens to be. And at the moment, it does kind of sound like your ignorance, right? Because I'm literally explaining to you that this culture, if they did exist, their calendar would not exist.
Okay, so do you know how they kept count for the calendar?
Holy fuck, yes, they do it on the cycles. And they've been recording this for literally 4,723 lunar cycles.
All right. I don't know what to tell you, bro. Like,
Well,
tell me
Gilbert,
how this
Gilberto, we've
thing.
got
What
a few other people in the box now. So, do you have any last thing you'd like to say?
I'm gonna bounce because he's totally dense.
Thanks.
I'll see y'all later, and thank you.
Have a good one.
I mean, nah, but if you want to bring someone else, yeah, you can bring someone.
Yeah, it's been
Well,
about
same,
45
but-
minutes. It feels like we've given it a good shot.
Yeah, well, just want to tell you God loves you, man.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you God does things. Have a good one.
Yeah.
I think next is Queen RN from the D. Hello,
Hello?
Queen. How are you doing? What's your age and religion?
Can you hear me?
I can.
Okay, great. My age, I'm 58. I don't have a religion. I have practiced Christianity, Islam, and Buddhism, and have not found God in any of them. So I don't know if you want to call me an atheist or a spiritual person. So that is what I am. But I'm trying to figure out when I join this live, what is the actual question? Are we talking about Noah
Well, the last
or the
guest.
story of Noah?
Yeah, essentially, the last guest. My argument was that it get real, and his argument was that the things in the Bible are true, and somehow I think he said the ark was discovered. Right? I said, what's the evidence? Is the ark was discovered. So we spent some time looking into that, and it was wrong. We found multiple sources showing that it was wrong, and then he went into I think Zipzop was talking about how much water it would take, and then he tried to explain that. I don't know if it actually went through that, and then we talked about how there's a calendar that exists that would predate the flood. The Chinese calendar exists before the flood, which would not be explainable. His explanation was God was gracious enough to allow it to exist during the flood or something. I don't know.
Okay. I just like to keep it very simple because this is how I explain my point to my children and my grandchildren. I like to keep it very simple. If God said, okay, you know what, Adam, I want you all to excuse my language. If God said, not Adam, Noah, I really fucked up. These humans are not right. I don't know what to do with them. Let me kill all of them but the 8 of yours, okay? And then I want to have 2 of every animal on the planet. I need you to load these fuckers up. Let's get them going. Let's do this. Let's do that. Okay. And you got a big old ark, right? And so then you flood. God decides, and I don't mean to be disrespectful, but I think God is the biggest serial killer. He kills when he screws up. He kills off everybody. He's like, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna start over."
He's very thin-skinned and immediately immediately wipes, takes his ball and goes home. He's that kind of person.
It's just like eraser. Take a big eraser off a chalkboard. Let me start over. And so then I'm trying to figure out where did all the water go? If you want to say that the planet is a globe, when it clearly says in the Bible that there's a firmament, but that's a whole nother subject. But so where did all this water go? And then how did Noah know where to drop off certain animals? And how did these all of a sudden consciousness develop? And so how he knew to drop off the little penguins and the polar bears, in the cold weather, and how he needed to do the snakes and the spiders and whatever down in the warm. Was he an Uber? He was just an Uber driver. He was just dropping off people.
Yeah.
Just dropping off people.
The fact that kangaroos exist in Australia but not anywhere else, how would they get there from the ark? How did they get from there to the ark? Did they exist? Was the animal in one spot? And then how did they get distributed? Yeah, he didn't have Amazon. He didn't have shipping warehouses.
No Uber, no Lyft, no nothing. So I'm just trying to, and people have told me, why do you keep it like that? Because it's simple. It's simple in my mind, because I have many miracles that happened in the Bible or back then or however long. There's no miracles. Can we have the cure for cancer? Can we stop? I'm a whole nurse. Can we stop we don't need hospitals. How about we get some miracles for that? But there are no more miracles. When the miracles stop? What year was that?
There should be people running out on the water to save drowning people.
Right. Because I can walk on water, right? I should be able to do that. And who decides who can drown and who can walk on water?
Yeah, it's all arbitrary.
And I love the story of Noah because I look at the Bible, as a book of fairy tales, because to me that's all it is. That's just all it is. You can't tell me that God made Adam and Eve, and they had Cain and Abel. Cain killed Abel. Cain went off, married somebody. Who the hell he married? I thought this was the only 3 people on the planet. Who he marry and bring back? Okay,
well, Queen,
but that's a whole nother stuff. But anyway, Nova, I thank you for letting me speak.
Yeah, thanks for coming up.
I like to be comical about it, but I like to be very simple. And sometimes people don't understand simpleness, but if you make it like, oh, well, God, it works in mysterious ways. What? Ain't working no mysterious ways now.
Right. The way that I've heard it described really well by, I think it's mostly Mezzo. Anyway, he says that try to keep it practical, right? Try to keep it to where it's like, what is in reality? What do you need, to live your life? And you don't need a spiritual eyes. You don't need all of this extra stuff going on because it's not happening. Nothing happens from it. So there's no reason to really engage with it. If it's real, you can't do anything with it. Don't worry about it.
I can't remember. I'm gonna let you go, but I can't remember what I was listening to, and the message was, when you talk to yourself, when you're meditating, quote unquote, praying or whatever, who hears you? Nobody but you. So God, quote unquote, is within you. So that means you are the only one that can make things happen. You're the one that can make things happen. I pray to be a millionaire. He ain't answered that at all. And I'm 58. He answered it. Like, can I get just a million? He like, no, you're not getting it. I mean, like, what's the problem? I'm a good person. Why can't I get $1 million? Anyway, that's that. I don't want to rant. I don't want to. But thank you for. I didn't know you was gonna pick me, or I didn't know I was that close. But thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks. Okay, I think the next person we had in line was Back Q. It's hard to keep track. I can see it like puts people in randomly in whatever order. Hey, Back Q, how you doing? Are you over 18, and what's your religion?
What?
Did you mean to come up?
What?
Seems like not.
How do I get off?
I can drop you down. You're good. Okay. I think Dave Collerton is next. Dave. How you doing, Dave? Are you over 18, and what's your religion?
I am over 18.
Awesome. What's your religion? Christian. Dave, is it time to get real, or what's your take?
Oh, I'm real.
Okay.
As real as it gets.
Okay. So why are you a Christian?
How can I not?
Because it's not real.
How is it not real?
Well, you can see in the background, I have some examples of things that the Bible claims or that people believe in that aren't real.
What is that but the free will?
Oh, that's God, because he's like, oh, Jesus, how can you be interfering? Free will. That's because of the common excuse that
Jesus interfering with what?
See how he's rescuing was it Simon Peter? Who fell out of the boat? He's rescuing somebody.
That's correct.
And out of the water.
What's wrong with that?
What's wrong with that? Oh, because if you have free will, and that's the reason that Jesus doesn't intervene when you pray, when you ask him to do the thing that he said he'd do, then it should never happen.
And what was that?
What was the thing that he said?
Yeah.
Oh, he said that if you ask for anything, it will be given to you.
Okay. So what What have you seen that hasn't been given?
Pray for literally anything.
Like what?
Literally anything.
So he gives nothing?
I'm sorry. What's happening? Nothing's ever. No
God gives
miracle has
nothing
ever
that
happened. No
you pray
prayer has
for?
ever come true. Pray for literally anything. It will never happen. That's what I'm saying.
It's happened to me.
Pray for literally anything right now. It will not happen.
Oh, like this instant? Hello?
Yes. Yeah. Right now.
Brave. Well, why do you want it so quickly? Is God a genie bottle?
Because it's what Jesus said.
Got a genie?
It's what Jesus said he would do.
Okay. Did he say it was going to be instant?
He implied that it would happen at least. And since I'm not seeing anything happen, it seems like it's not a matter of timing.
Well, what have you prayed for?
Well, I'm not a believer, right? I think he does say that you would
so
have to
there
be
you
a
go.
believer. But I've never seen a believer actually pray for anything and have it happen. And when I was a believer, it didn't work.
I've had it happen.
Okay, what happened?
I was married to a very toxic woman, and God removed her from my life before she destroyed my life.
What does that mean, removed her from your life?
She's no longer in my life.
Did you kill her?
Excuse me?
How is she no longer in your life?
Why would you ask that question?
Because you're being so
out of your mind?
vague. You seem kind of like a piece of
You
shit
got
and you're being
divorced.
vague, so how is that a miracle?
She wanted a divorce
How is that a miracle?
because she was very mean to me. She was an
God
evil
doesn't
woman.
like divorce, does he?
He doesn't. He doesn't, but she was the one who did it.
You can't imagine her leaving you, and so it's a miracle that God intervened for that? I think that
Tried to
says a lot
ruin my
about you.
She tried to ruin my life. What do you
Uh-huh.
mean?
Yeah, I bet
What do
she
you
did.
mean?
What do you think I mean?
You bet she did? Why would you say that? Have I been disrespectful to you?
I don't really care.
What do you mean? You know nothing about me.
I know, because you're being vague and disingenuous. Why don't we
just told
have a
you what
conversation?
happened.
Yeah, it's not a miracle. You're
We
fucking
are.
stupid if you consider that a miracle and you believe in Jesus because of that. Jesus said don't get divorced, right?
Well, that's... Jesus said don't get divorced unless there's adultery, or someone commits adultery. What would you rather me do? Would you rather me stay with her, or
I'd rather be
So
able to
my
back
life would
up
be
your claim
ruined?
that miracles happen. I don't understand why this is like so difficult.
if someone tries to ruin your life, and then they're no longer in your life, they move on?
Uh-huh.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
It's
if
not a
someone was trying
miracle.
to ruin your
It's
life?
not a miracle. That's the thing we're
Not a
discussing.
miracle.
We're not discussing whether or not
you
your
be-
relationships are good or bad. We're discussing
Did
your
you,
God.
when you were a child, did you believe in anything?
I used to be a Christian when I was a kid, yeah.
And what happened?
I realize it's bullshit. So this is the thing that Jesus says should work, right? Very truly, I tell you, the one who believes in me
Brother,
will also
you
do
need
the
to be
works that I
more
do.
specific.
And in fact, will do greater
Okay.
works than these, because I am going to the Father. I will do whatever you ask in my name, so that the Father may be glorified in the Son. If in my name you ask me for anything, I will do it. And he never comes through. Never, ever fucking comes through.
Tell
Except for when
me
people
what
need their
happened.
keys, or when people need their wives to divorce them, but they're too chicken shit to figure out how to do that themselves. Like, it's weird. Your God doesn't seem to have any fucking power at all.
He's given me peace. What do you mean?
You don't seem peaceful. Oh, you're not peaceful.
How? We're having a conversation.
How?
That's what
You're
I
not-
sound like?
Yes, you're not. You don't sound
Wow.
peaceful.
Dude,
you don't
you're out
sound
of your
peaceful.
mind. You're out of your mind.
One's in
This is
chat
why.
if guest sounds peaceful.
So what happened? Yeah, no, I'm talking so loudly. So what happened when you were a Christian? Why do you think it's BS?
Do you think not being?
Can you explain?
Do you think sounding peaceful just means like not yelling? That's literally your definition.
Do you want to
Um,
have a conversation or not?
I just think
How old
it's
are you?
telling. It's just telling.
Are you over 18?
I am over 18. What is your question? I'm sorry.
Okay.
I was
Do you
thrown
want
off
to
by the
have
other
a
nonsense.
conversation?
I was thrown off by the other nonsense you
Right.
said. That's the
Right.
problem.
Right.
You say a thing, and I'm
Okay.
trying to
Do you
respond to the
wanna
thing you said.
do you want to have a conversation like adults, or
Yes,
are
but I
you
haven't
just
met
gonna
one yet.
not
I
explain
haven't seen one
yourself?
this morning.
Tell me why Christianity is BS. Explain it to me.
Demons aren't real. Jesus said that miracles can happen if you
Nothing's
pray in his
real.
name.
All right. Okay. That's all you got.
I'm sorry, what?
Keep going.
It's not. It's funny, you interrupted me giving you a list of things to say that's all you've got because you thought I'd have nothing. I said demons
Yeah,
aren't
keep
real.
going.
Did you say nothing is
All
real?
right. Go ahead.
Go ahead, what? Are demons real?
Yes, they are real.
Yeah.
Spiritual
What's
warfare
your
is
proof?
very real.
Yeah, what's your proof of that?
My ex-wife
This misogyny is out
is
of
there.
control.
I know.
I know. I've got other guests in the box. I'll just take up the next person. Hey, Micah, how's it going? Are you
Man,
over
you are
18? And what's your religion?
You are very bad faith. Nah, yeah, I'm over 18. I'm Christian. But I just
Okay.
want to say the last guy who came up was so bad faith.
I agree.
No, you were bad faith.
I was bad faith. Oh, my mistake. Why was I bad faith?
You were bad faith because you were making assumptions about his character without even knowing him.
I can barely understand you. Are you like, what's going on? Can you be a little closer to the mic or something? I was bad faith. Why? Because I made assumptions about his
Said that
character?
you were making assumptions about his character, yeah.
What were the assumptions? What were those assumptions, Mr. Mumbles?
You assumed he was misogynistic because he said his wife had bad character. She was a bad individual.
Yeah, because he considered her divorcing him a miracle, and because he wouldn't stop talking about it, I consider him to be a misogynist. I'm sorry, that's the read that I get from it. Because he considered her leaving him a good thing, right? And because he kept talking about it, he's a misogynist. I know it's hard for men to understand these. Micah, I need you to understand something. It does. And it probably means you're a misogynist if you disagree.
What?
Oh yeah.
So if I disagree with you, I'm a misogynist.
Yes.
This is comedy. This is comedy. He called her a demon. Did he call her a demon, Micah? Micah, did he call her a demon? Is it because she was a female?
Did he call her a demon, Micah?
Is it because she was a female?
I'm sorry?
Was it because of her gender?
Was what because of her gender? His misogyny?
No, because he called her a demon. Was it because of her gender that he called her a demon?
I would guess yes.
No, it wasn't. He was talking about her character and you made an assumption. This is how people get killed.
This is how
you
people
create
get
a character.
This
Yeah,
is
you
insane.
create a character of somebody's argument. And
I'm not going to let you spread this shit. Okay, stop talking for a moment. Don't unmute until I tell you you can, and then you can respond. When you call a woman a demon, okay, that's misogynistic. It has nothing to do with whether or not his intent is to be misogynistic or whether or not he thought it was based on her character. It's like calling someone a cockroach. It's like calling someone, less than human. It's dehumanizing, and men do it to women all the time. If you continue to do it, it just perpetuates it. Now you're going to make the argument that people do it. Shut the fuck up, dude. I told you that I will let you know when you can talk.
What's the definition of misogyny, bro? Be honest, nigga.
And we're done. These people have peace, people. This is the peace beyond all understanding. I want you to know. This is the peace. Elijah, how's it going? It's madam.
I'm doing all right.
Did you say sir?
Huh?
What did you say when you came up?
I'm just gonna call you Shark. Listen. You respect my beliefs. I respect your beliefs.
No.
To some extent.
Please address me in the correct way. You're not just gonna call me Shark.
Why?
Christ, you people are just tedious as fuck. Y'all are in a cult. It's very clear that you're in a cult. Do you see what's happening? All I'm doing is asking you to defend your fucking belief, and you're just like attacking me? Yeah, I don't have to respect your beliefs any more than I have to respect Nazis' beliefs. Exactly. This shit is nonsense. Hey, Gilberto. Real with Jesus, yours and my Lord and Savior. Good faith means you're taking as facts, taking what he says as facts to disprove it, which Host didn't. I don't know what that means, but I don't know what that means, honestly. I have to take a claim as fact? What does that mean? Hey, Dave Collerton. Get fucked. I don't have to respect bad beliefs. Do you understand? You have dog shit beliefs. Like you all just don't get this. It's not like, oh, I'm just like, I believe in things and you believe in things. You need to understand that there are differences in what you believe and they are bad. Yeah, you don't have to respect me. That's true. But you should probably join reality. Like, I don't fucking care if you respect me. I want you to stop living in a fantasy world. Yeah, my opinion decides what's good enough. No, you're absolutely right. That's what happens exactly. You got me there. Jesus Christ, you people are so fucking stupid. It makes me so angry. Makes me so angry. Like, you're mean. You're evil people. Like, honestly, how do you not look in the mirror every morning and go like, wow, am I kind of a piece of shit? No, I'm angry because you're an idiot, Matthew. I don't know. I thought I explained that. Sorry, I gotta stop that. That's really mean. It's ableist, honestly, and I shouldn't do that. Your belief system is corrupted. The good book makes them atrocious. If you come in and won't even extend us basic courtesies and empathy, we have no incentive to keep you. Oh, look, I've been restricted for harassment and bullying. These people are such fucking pieces of shit. They came up here to misgender me, and like, I got a little upset. You don't bring any fucking arguments, you just bring hate. I'm gonna restart. I'm gonna make some new coffee. If Joel doesn't get on soon, but I'm probably gonna restart. So yeah, let's just shake it off. It's fine. Yeah, Matthew, you do spew hate. Like, I get it. You think that I'm doing some terrible thing by hosting a live on TikTok. No, it's not projection. It's not projection, Matthew. I'm not coming into your lives and telling you things. I'm not coming into your house. I'm not telling you anything. Not in your space. People keep coming into my space to harass me. That's you. The thing you're doing. Unwilling to engage honestly, only here to harass. Biblical Christians don't believe in free will. Calvinists, I guess, don't believe in free will. What is the point of the live? It's funny. I wonder how many oh my god, thank you for achieving the live goal again. I wonder how many you know, when they misgender with the sirs and the shit, I wonder how many of them do this with people that aren't trans, that they use an honorific or whatever you call it. I'm always curious about that. Because before I transitioned, I don't think anyone really pointed out my gender. I didn't really feel like it was constantly pointed out to me. Oh, that's true. I'm all over the internet, so it could be that they're like, they're just, it's a different cultural thing. Good point. Good point. I should take that with a grain of salt. Grain of mezzo. Okay. Taking a break. I think I'll shut everything off and we'll do everything again. All right, thank you all. We had a pretty good discussion earlier about the Noah's Ark thing. That was fun.
I will say, besides being him cheap, he does bring up a valid question.
He really does.